We're going to be talking about an epidemic in America that has been affecting our children over the last decades. Can you guess what that is? Not a lot of people can. So, we're going to be talking about childhood obesity. Obesity is defined as a BMI greater than or equal to the 95th percentile for the individual's height and weight. At least 1 in 4 children are considered obese in America. And this statistic is greater than if the child is coming from a family with a low income or if the child's parents are obese. That is at least 50% in that situation. Scientists believe that this is likely the influence of genetics and of our environment. Environment being the standard American diet, SAD, SAD is what it is. Over the last few decades, since 1976 in particular, when this study was first observed, the amount of carbs, fats, and sugars has increased dramatically. There are more corn-derived sweeteners and less actual sugar. There is more fried chicken than there is wholesome baked chicken. So, approximately 1,996 pounds of salt are consumed per year. 36 pounds of cooking oil and 170 pounds of sugar per year. Let me tell you, the average amount, actually I should say daily amount of sugar that one person is supposed to consume, that person being an adult, approximately 200 some pounds, is 32 grams. 170 pounds is a lot more than it should be, to say the least. And as I had mentioned, it's just increased dramatically. And you wonder why this is. It's amazing how many mass productions of sugar, of processed food, of foods with excessive salt has gone up in production. Less people are sitting at home cooking meals with good ingredients than those with awful ingredients that we see on the shelves. And why? I mean, which one's cheaper? A bag of, chicken nuggets for 98 cents if you're getting the off-brand, or a couple pounds of chicken that you could take home and bake. I mean, for somebody with a limited income, it's a no-brainer. Go to McDonald's, get a 99-cent cheeseburger, feed it to your kids for dinner, if you don't know where the next meal is coming from. It's really unfortunate, to say the least. We are the only country to where it's observed that people of, I wouldn't want to say poverty, but poverty, are more obese than, I don't know how to put that, but in other countries, children who are poor, they're starving. They look that way. In America, it's the complete opposite. Processed food is exactly what it is, processed. When you go through processing, there's a known ingredient found in plastic and on cans that have been shown in trace amounts on the actual food that come from this, and that is BPA. BPA is a known carcinogen. It is known on the American Cancer Society's website. It's known anywhere you go. You look at BPA, it's been well studied and well documented. So BPA can not only cause cancer, but it can mess up our hormones. One of these hormones is estrogen. Estrogen plays a key role in, especially women, in helping us gain weight, increase our fat cells to obviously sustain another life, another human being. But in people not trying to do that, not trying to have babies, it's especially dangerous for our health. It leads us to be more round, more plump, gain that weight, gain that fat. And this is what kids are eating. Uh, Little girls, as young as the age of 9, are having periods. That's, just a blatant fact that is well observed that, people are having a hard time explaining it. And the fact of the matter is, it comes down to our diet. The hormones that kids are taking in, things that are messing up their hormones. So it's no doubt that this could definitely have a link to the obesity problem in children as well. And not only that, to get aside from our diet, children aren't going outside as much as they used to before. Instead of playing on the playground, kids are having the option to stay indoors and work on educational on iPads and screens, and it's just awful, and it creates a sedentary lifestyle for the children. Children are like sponges. They're ready to learn, ready to create these habits for adulthood, and you're teaching them to have awful diets and to sit on their butts and watch TV essentially. And especially new moms, they're notorious for setting their babies in front of screens and letting them watch videos that they think are helping their children. So, and not only that, too, moms are feeding their babies food much earlier than they were before, switching to solid foods much more than they were before. It's also a well-known fact that children who have been eating formula and food from a young age are more likely to become obese if they start solids before the age of 6 months, as recommended by the Pediatric Association. So that's an incredible statistic as well. Moms are feeding their babies much more formula than needed and giving them excess calories that their bodies don't know what to do with. It might be cute that they have baby fat and might be lower on the chunky side, but it's not good for their bodies at all. So this diet change altogether as a whole in America, it's happened so gradually that people don't even notice. People are thinking that, it is hard. It's hard to eat healthy. It's expensive. It's a lot of work. And you don't know what is good food, what's good for you and what's not. But I think the greatest thing that is important in stopping this problem is education. I can't stress that enough. People need to be educated on the fact that, these are what foods are good. And, definitely the cost needs to lessen for, maybe have a program instead of, food stamps where individuals can get any sort of food on their card. Maybe there should be a guideline. Hey, get free fruits and veggies, 2, I don't know, different healthier foods. So let's stop advertising children's videos as good resources. Let's stop getting our children so sedentary, giving them so many video games that they do not need. Let's stop advertising food on TV that is unhealthy for us. We already have enough temptations. Driving down a street that's busy, we see at least 6 different fast food restaurants. So let's get children outside and get them moving and get those parents educated. Thank you.